Denver Broncos Mile High View, no commercials, no bullshit. So this is the second part of the Vic Fangio potential hire for the Denver Broncos. If Vic is hired as the Denver Broncos head coach, I did get one thing right, that this was the number one person that Elway was interested in. At the time of the part one of my video, I actually recorded that on a family event. It was Monday, and I based what I was saying off of the fact the Bengals, there was interest there, which has since weaned away. Maybe there's still a little bit of interest, but Denver obviously is the one that's holding the cards. The Miami interest fell through, so it just seems to me if the Broncos do decide to if Vic Fangio decides to sign with the Denver Broncos, which it may happen because when there's a second meeting and it's a dinner, it's usually a contract talk or finalization, a contract finalization. But I have to wonder, you have a good gig in Chicago, you're not really going to be held responsible for the offense. And even though you understand that, it's going to fall on you if this thing doesn't work out. So why would you not stay in Chicago where it's safe and try to get a better gig at a different time? On the other side of the coin is, well, even if I'm held responsible for an offense I have no control over, maybe, if I get some coaching experience, I've done well enough as a defensive-minded coach, I can end up like Wade Phillips somewhere and then later on get another shot at head coaching. So in that capacity, I could understand maybe where getting a head coaching opportunity would be good for somebody like Vic Fangio. But it looks like right now that is going to be what is going to happen if he decides he's not going to stay in Chicago. So it's going to either be stay in Chicago or try making a run at a head coaching position, which probably will go down the tubes, I would say. And just chalk it up as experience, So the Denver Broncos are, as I was saying before, that this was definitely Elway's number one pick, Vic Fangio, which would kick Chuck Pagano to the curb. Here's another situation, too. I wonder if you still would get Mike Munchak as your offensive line coach because he may not want to stick around Steeler Town. Plus, it looks like the running backs coach has already left for the Steelers. The Broncos may pick up their running back coach as well if Munchak decides to be an offensive coordinator in Denver as opposed to the mess that's going on in Pittsburgh. Pick your mess. But so that's part two of the series. To me, it seems like it's already a done deal. If they did a second meeting with dinner, that's usually the contract meeting. But we'll see. I think it all depends on really if he wants to stay in Chicago or not.